Hey guys, this is Jeff with Expedition Essentials. I'm gonna give you a quick and dirty run through on the Tundra PAM install. We've done a lot of the pre-drilling of holes and taken the dash apart already. So I'm just gonna show you real quick how it basically comes apart. That way you can use that in combination with our written directions and install your new mount. All right, so you can see here we've already pretty much pre-drilled all the holes just so we knew how hard or easy it was. It was actually pretty easy. You're gonna Dremel out a hole here for your USB outlet if you choose to go that way. Disregard the extra holes here. Those were already there from the customer's previous mount installation. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and then an additional 2 for a USB outlet and a hole you have to Dremel out here in this plastic. Don't be too scared about dremeling this hole out. If you ever want to reverse it, your little rubber cover will definitely cover up all these holes and no one will ever know it was there. So you have those holes there and 3 on each side. And that's pretty much that as far as the holes. You will have drilling templates that make it pretty easy to line up those holes so you don't have to worry about being crooked, and those will come with your written instructions. So you first start taking these plastics apart. You're gonna pop this bottom panel out, and it's just held in with plastic clips. So you want to try and use a tool like this, a trim tool, to overcome the plastic clips and pop this out of place. Now that you have the bottom plate removed, you're just going to tug on the center section with your climate control knobs. It just pops out of place, just like that. And your next step, I've already removed the bolts, but there's 4 10mm bolts that hold in your radio. And if you see guys here, and there's 2 more that are deeper in there. Now what you want to do with those is you're gonna have to use a piece of tape or something on the end of your socket so you don't drop those inside your console. That's very important, so please don't forget that. You can see where the bolts were. I already removed them. All right, real quick, I'm gonna show you pulling the radio out. I've set some foam here because I'm not gonna disconnect any of the connectors in the back of it for this. It's not really necessary, but I put the foam here to protect the screen and the face of the controls. Pops out like that. And lay it right there in the foam. That's pretty much all the access you're gonna need. And now we're pretty much ready since we've already drilled all the holes. Again, this is the hole you have to Dremel. It will have a pattern in our template. You can mark that off and then use a Dremel tool to carve it out. All right, here I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to use these little posi taps that we use for tapping into your cigarette lighter. This is for wiring up your USB outlet if you choose to go with that. So you can see these little guys have little threaded ends. The black end you're gonna unscrew all the way, and it has a little slotted section that you're gonna put over the wire. The white and black one is the negative. Take the threaded end with the point on it and screw it back onto the black end. And that's going to puncture your wire, creating a connection. Just like that. Then you take your negative wire, unscrew this till it's loose. You can see that I stripped the end of this wire and feathered it out a little bit. And you're going to insert it into the end of the barrel and tighten the screw, and that's going to create your connection just like that. They're really easy to use. You can do the same thing with the positive wire, and then you've tapped into your outlet. It's also a good thing to do at this point, and go ahead and connect this to your USB outlet and turn your ignition on and make sure you have a good connection before you close everything up. Okay, here we've gone ahead and installed the top mount. It just uses 4 countersunk 1/2 inch long 8/32 screws with nylock nuts on the bottom side. Super easy to install, and we've already tightened them up, and now we're going to install the USB outlet. And here you can see we've already installed the USB outlet. It uses 2 6/32 screws and Starlock nut washers on the bottom side. Really easy. Make sure you plug it into your harness that you've already installed and tested it for operation before you put your radio back in. All right guys, next step, we're going to be installing the left and right side legs or mounts, and those are installed using 3 8/32 1/2 inch long screws, flathead countersunk, and Starlock nut washers on the back side. And those are pretty nice because you don't have to put a tool back there, tighten them up. You just have to be careful fishing them in there because there's not much access. You're going to be using a couple fingers. We'll include a couple extra, so in case you drop one, that you still have some hardware to finish your installation. Once you get both of those installed, you're going to be installing your track, and your first step to that is, as you can see here, the side mounts have some flex to them. You're going to have to line that up visually with your hands when you put the first couple screws in, because they're going to be just off a little bit because of flex, and the design of the mount's going to put some tension on that to create a strong triangular shape, giving you a solid base when it's all done and installed. Now we got the top mount on and your side mounts. You can go ahead and put your radio back in. Remember to put the bolts back in and route your harness to where it needs to be. And we're gonna go ahead and do that now.